There it is. It's great. All I had to do was remake everything. Okay. Okay. I guess YouTube doesn't get starting soon screen today. Man, I was wondering why my Mix It Up wasn't able to see the YouTube live stream. Well, because it wasn't there. It doesn't exist. Anyway, okay. With that over, I'm actually gonna read the chat. So, good morning, everybody. I hope you all have been doing well. I feel so tired, guys. I'm so sorry the stream started so hecking late, but I napped. This morning, I napped twice. Well, the afternoon I napped once, and the morning I napped like one more time. But yeah, I was really tired after yesterday. I genuinely had no idea how exhausted I was after like all the work on the model and the debut happened, and my body's just like, finally, it's over. It's time to eat bowl. So oh no, what? Mix it up overlay? Why is everything broken again? I'm gonna refresh the mix it up overlay. Hopefully that works. Oh man. Anyway, Cleo, thank you for the resub. Missed the debut, but Fox was really cool. I'm glad you liked it. Welcome back, everyone. Okay. The thing I didn't do yesterday, I'm gonna do today. Okay? So, good morning, Aika. Good morning, Garrett. Good morning, Kaiser. Good morning, Sofo. Good morning, Halo. Also, good morning, Swagger. Good morning, Raj. And AOLs. Good morning, Luca. Good morning, Fritz. And then who else? Of course, good morning, Sleeper Shark. Good morning, Cleo. Good morning, Sharks or Tasty Egg. I was gonna say Sharks again, but then, multiple Sharks. Good morning, Silver. Okay, just want to see, is my YouTube stream doing fine? I think it's doing okay. Yeah, I just had to redo a bunch of stuff, but it's okay now. Good morning, Rube Dice. Hello, everyone. Good morning, El Red. Good morning, Thunderhead. I hope you all had a lovely time yesterday. If you were here and if you weren't, you should check out the VOD. I think the debut was really fun. I got the keyboard stuff working now, so the keyboard is in my possession and I can use it. It's great. Yeah, I didn't actually use it properly yesterday because, well, these things I usually have to rebind the keys first. The WKL keyboards, Windows keyless. There's no Windows key, so I usually have to rebind Windows key to somewhere else. I usually go for function caps lock for Windows key. So I did that, but it took me a little bit. It took me an hour. I had to flash the firmware on this thing before I'm allowed to. What the hell? Okay. I'm finding out something a little funny, guys. Okay, I think I need to change my canvas resolution back to normal. So wait. YouTube guys, don't leave. I'm going to stop the YouTube stream 1 second. Just for 1 second. And start. Right, so I was talking about how yesterday I was trying to do 4K stream. Yeah, so I'm trying to put everything back to 1440p. But my canvas resolution, I'm just gonna keep it at 4K and just scale the output. So there's not more workload on PC, but I can still have a super high resolution image. Yeah. And buy YouTube forever? No, YouTube is fine. You're fine, right guys? Hello, Claire. Mimo hates YouTube? I don't, okay? I started on YouTube. I grew on YouTube. It's good. It's good. Anyway, also, what else was I gonna talk about? Yeah, I have to fix a few things. So, at the start of today's stream, we're not gonna get right into all the artwork and the BTS stuff I want to show you guys today. Because I need to fix some things. For instance, my points counter does not include the merch purchases. And I need to make it include that. So I could either add it onto my Mix It Up thing. That would be a good way to do it. However, guys, why would I do it the good way when I can do this? There's a second one now, and all I need to do, move it over here, change the X to plus 325. There you go. Why do it properly when I can do this? Isn't that beautiful? Is that great? Yeah. Do we need to be nice to YouTube people? I mean, you guys can start a war if you want. It's more engagement. Yeah, okay. Excuse me, YouTube? Excuse me, YouTube. Now, what do you want? The expected resolution is 2560 by 1440. It is 2560 by 1440. I just fixed that. Unless it's not fixed, in which... Well, rip YouTube. You know what? They can suffer. And by they, I mean the YouTube platform itself, okay? Not about the viewers. The viewers are fine. The viewers are good. No, guys. Oh, okay, I mean, you can bully them if you want. I think I need to move the plus a little bit more to the right so that when there's a bigger number than 1, it can still fit. Okay, there we go. And now I need to change the points. So instead of next goal being 1,000 points, have we reached... Okay, I think I'll just skip to the next goal. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, I hope you guys can just bear with me for a little bit. Oh man. Okay, not in a toxic way. I'm going to preface by saying not in a toxic way, but this reminds me of like an Aiku stream sometimes when I would join her stream at the start because I'm usually there at the start. And then it's like, oh, stuff is broken, time to fix. Yeah, that's how I was feeling right now. Because stuff is broken, I need to fix. It would have been fixed earlier, but I spent so long napping. Like, after all the work I did with the model on debut, I'm just tired. Just hecking tired. And my body apparently really needed a rest. Oh, Badgie stuck to me. I guess she just lives there now. Hi, Badgie. Good morning. Hope you're doing well today. Defected from YouTube? Oh my goodness. Hello, Dodgy. I believe she'd be so toxic to me. No, but it's endearing. Aika fixing time is endearing. I like it. It's fun. You definitely deserve a good nap. I hate when I like say I deserve anything, but for real, I think I did. I worked like every single day after that debut. Oh my goodness. But yeah, now that's done, I can relax a little bit more, and during the subathon, I can get back more into the swing of things. I still have some things to do. Like, I have a low guy commission that is due tomorrow that I need to do. Yeah, that's the thing. I've been like struggling to find time between the debut stuff, but yeah, I need to get that finished. But let's put up the next goal. Next goal, 2,000 points. Let's just say of this Yuri manga. There it is. The next goal is the Yuri manga. I forgot that I set the goals not like super high. So like there's nothing in between the Mimo 3D model and the manga. So yeah, no, the big next goal is just the manga. There's nothing else. Uh-oh. Mimo, you're ridiculous? What does that mean? But Mimo hates you. What? Unbelievable. Yuri manga reading stream. I'm down. If we get this thing actually made, I'm down to read it for you guys. I'm not gonna read it well. It's not like I do audiobooks or anything, but I'll read it. I think that'd be fine. Yeah. Alrighty, so I think that is the subathon point counter done. And okay, wait, I need to go to mix up and make sure the gift subs are working, because before the gift subs would not pop up on screen. So I need to make sure that is popping up. So give me just a moment. Okay, Twitch mass subscriptions. Gifted. command, run command, action group, Twitch subscribe. There we go. So now I have a thing that allows the gift subs to also run the command. On YouTube, I think needs to have the same thing, because I expected like when gift subs are given that the new subscription like trigger would run, but it doesn't run. Oh yeah, if you guys aren't in like the, I guess, the streaming community on Twitter, then there's a thing that's kind of like popped off recently of, yeah, there's a bunch of like rumors. At this point, they're confirmed that Stream Elements is shutting down and they're looking to get acquired to keep running. So a lot of people at this point are trying to transition off of Stream Elements. Like Stream Elements is what a lot of people use for overlays, for like the chat widget, and a bunch of other things that you can use to run your streams. And yeah, I'm trying to do the same thing. I've been trying to do the same thing for a while, and that was a good trigger to be like, okay, I probably really should do this. I thought they were being bought out. Yeah, so I think they're like in financial trouble, and instead of shutting down, they're looking for a company to acquire them. And I'm sure that's gonna happen. I'm sure they're just gonna be running under like a new ownership, let's say. But yeah, that's definitely a thing. So a lot of people are trying to move off of it. But there are a lot of things that I still rely on. Like for instance, Twitch chat is fully reliant on Stream Elements. The timer on the bottom left of the screen, also Stream Elements. But everything else, I'm finally having running on Mix It Up. So if you've noticed, like for instance, I'm gonna like pretend that I got a Twitch sub. This work? Yeah, there we go. There's no text on the screen because for some reason Mixup doesn't handle text well. The text will like not be centered, it'll just keep scaling towards the right. So if the person who subbed has a really long name, the text will just move right. So I ended up just being like, nah, I won't do this. I'm just gonna have the little pop-up on the screen. I think that looks clean, I think that looks nice. Gosh. You know, maybe I did jinx myself by calling this a behind-the-scenes thing, because you guys are getting to see all the behind-the-scenes like shenanigans, like on Mix It Up, on OBS, all the shenanigans like that. A little funky with text, absolutely. I'm glad it works though. I'm like learning how to use it more, and I'm really happy that my points counter runs on Mix It Up now, and it's reasonably accurate. It's not 100% accurate. I think it's missing some of like the single subs, since I wanted to make sure it didn't duplicate with the gifted subs. So I think some of the single subs were not counted. But that's okay. That's okay. It's not gonna be too miscounted, let's put it that way. But now it does mean that I can track both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Yay! Hello, Dr. E6, meow. Is it Dr. E6 or is it DR86? I don't know. Either way, hello, good morning. Just noticed something or something. 2,221 with 4 ears. I wonder how many ears she's gonna have. Is she 3,000? Ew. Okay, maybe 6. You guys know I planned for this model to also have human ears, just in case I'm like, yeah, maybe I wanna do this. Like if I ever wanna take the ears off, like I could have the human ears in its place, right? But there's nothing here. There's nothing here. I got lazy. I'll be honest, I got lazy. There's just nothing in that gap. There's always so much to do on this model that I just couldn't be bothered to be like, oh, I already have the 4 ears ring. Do I really need the rig human ears too? Gosh. Anyway, yeah, you don't really notice it when there's 4 ears on, but there's kind of not a lot going on the side of the head if there's no ears there. You guys like my hair texture though? This is one of the things that I had to render myself, because the nobody really extends their hair texture like that. But yeah, okay. Right, I have one more thing that I need to do before we can get in there and look at some artwork, and that is some post-it notes. Yeah, I promised you guys on the incentives thing on the Subathon picture that if you subbed, actually, yeah, if you gifted 5 subs or somehow earn 25 points, no matter how you do it, you will get your name on a little post-it note somewhere on my model. And I'm gonna have to go through and figure out who is on there. Last night I made a list on the notepad thing. So hold up, I can't type and also do this at the same time. Oh gosh. Okay, I have a list. I'm gonna start putting out some post-it notes, but I do need to write on it. Aika has provided me a very nice and shiny blue post-it note. Let's save this image and write on it. I don't know if everyone's present from yesterday, so I'll try to like ask where they want the note. But if they're not here, I'll just like put it on a random position. I hope that's fine. I hope that's okay. Okay. I got the post-it note file. I need to plonk that on... I was gonna say I should plonk that on Clip Studio, but it might be harder to do. I'm gonna make a folder on my desktop. Because desktop folders are good, okay? Post-its. It's lit. Okay. I don't know why. Immediately after typing post-its, my brain's just like, post-its! Oh, post-its! Wait. I could just go with it like that? Yeah! When I was like running out of time yesterday and I was like super frustrated trying to find this. Okay, when I was trying to find this, Aika found one for me. Aika found a nice projector screen for me because I just couldn't find one myself. All the ones I found were either fake transparent PNGs and they weren't actually transparent, or they had watermarks on them. So Aika found me one, and today I woke up super late and I'm like, oh no, there's no way I'm gonna try to find a transparent post-it note that's actually real and not a scam. Well, Aika came to the rescue. Isn't she just wonderful? Hello Flavio, hello Santiago, welcome, welcome. Hello PB. Aika just likes to help, she's amazing! You know guys, I've been planning something devious, let's say. I'm trying to gift some stuff for the wives, okay? Oh my gosh. Hello, hi. I'm getting jump scared every time. I keep forgetting I have a little music thing for raids now instead of like the TTS. Anyway, hi. Still welcome to Super Hell, where I'm really EP and I woke up late. I hope you guys had a nice stream. I'm Mimo. I play games that hurt me. But it's not gonna be any video game today. We're gonna be looking at some behind the scenes stuff when it comes to the debut, when it comes to just a bunch of artwork and rigging and all that kind of thing. Anyway, we're not there just yet because I need to put some post-its on myself, and the studio is taking an enormous amount of time to load, so this is taking a little bit. Okay, post-it has been acquired. Right, now I just need to put it on my drawing tablet so I can actually write you guys' names by hand. I guess I just go for full black marker. What kind of brush were you guys on? Hard round? Just a hard round brush? What's the size? 15? 15 good? No, 15 is too big. Let's do size 10. Okay, size 10 hard round brush. I know you can't see, but it'll be there. I think first I'm going to move my VTuber Studio window. I'm sorry, I'm really low resolution for like 5 seconds. I'm gonna be better soon. There we go. When I move my VTuber Studio window, it becomes really small. Okay, so first person on the list for me to add. I closed the... No, I didn't. Okay, I need to add Jinderbolt. I was going by most recent, so it's not actually the first person. I think it's reverse order. But then at some point, I switched over to YouTube and then it stopped being reversed. Either way, it's fine. I'm trying to make my handwriting not look horrendous, but it's kind of horrendous anyway. Are we lurking? Okay, thank you. Thank you for the raid. Please enjoy your lurk and take care of yourself. Do the after stream stuff. I know I neglect to say that every time. But this time I'm not actually under pressure, so I can actually like say the things. That's not a very fun pen. Maybe I'll get a different pen. Do I go for like a calligraphy pen? Is that too weird? Oh, that's like really fancy. Or that might be too fancy. No, it's not too fancy. It kind of looks like a Sharpie. Looks like a marker like that. Here we go. CB, thank you for the 3 streak. Oh, and I think I forgot to say, Cool Cam, thank you for the 75 streak. Nice, good job. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hello, Angel Man. Hello, Jojo. I'll play some Skull and Bone. Is that? Am I thinking of the right thing? Isn't that the Ubisoft piracy game? Okay, let's see. Dribble is going to be my first posted test. Let's see if it just works right out of the box, okay? Boop. Hello. VTuber Studio? You've just dragged a PNG file into VTuber Studio. This will load the file as an item. Yes. But I don't know where he wants to go, so I guess we're gonna go with here. There we go. PNG number 1. Done. Alright, person number 2. We got Garrett. Do I write Garrett or do I write Ezra Call? I'm gonna write Garrett. I feel like it's better that way. Unless I don't... Maybe I'll just dox him constantly by writing Ezra Call brackets Garrett. Maybe I write his full name. Maybe I'll write Garrett with 1 T and just be toxic like that. There we go, and file, save duplicate, PNG. I know I'm shipping, I know I'm shipping, but I need to lean in to see my tablet properly. I didn't drag it closer to me. It's fine, it's fine. Save. And I need to put this folder somewhere I can actually access. Boop. Oh, that's big. I really should make this a little smaller, huh? And Garrett, do you have any preference on where you want to live on the model? He's still here. I'm just gonna play one the other ear just at first, and then we can figure out after that. So I just say thank you for the triple whammy. Just write his credit card info and the 3 numbers on the back, plus Miley's maiden name, and signed contract with the firstborn pet fish. You might be shocked to know, I don't in fact know Garrett's mother's maiden name. Okay, next person. We got Zer Lunar. I think they're not here either. I really should have done this yesterday. I think you need to like drag this slightly to the left. Yeah, that's better. And save duplicate, PNG. Save, and then we drag this one. Look. I only have 4 ears, guys. We're gonna run out of ears to stick these on very quickly, I will say. She doesn't even know basic friend info, for real, for real. Make you an eye patch? No, not yet. If someone specifically asks for it, maybe? Not for now, we're just gonna get all the ears done. Okay, next up! Ojo Mame. Ojo. Ma. Me. I'm writing something a little extra. Don't worry about it. There we go, and save duplicate, PNG. Oh, come on. Stop letting me type. Photo, there we go. And here we go. This one can go right here. Happy. We need to make sure we're advocating for Odo rights at every opportunity, okay guys? Odo needs her rights. We need to make sure Odo gets paid well, gets compensated, and gets vacation time and rest. Alrighty, up next we've got Luffy. Can I fit all of that? And I probably can. Oh no, it's gonna be like really squished. It's so squished. Do I separate the name? No, I think it's funnier that it's squished. Here we go. File, save duplicate. Luffy gets like 10 of them. You only get one per, okay? Otherwise, Luffy will actually get 10 of them. I mean, I could like copy and paste this 10 times, but yeah. Here we go. And next up on my list, we got wife. Come on, new layer. There we go. And save duplicate. Go. Okay, we finally have someone who I know is definitely here. Daji, where do you want to go? Nobody like to be stuck. Do like that. Which one? Left or right from your perspectives? Or the middle? We can do the middle. Right? Okay, there you go. Alrighty. And up next we have Chaos. I could choose Cat 1. Guys, if I had the egg hug toggle, I would love to have the egg hug beater, but it doesn't exist. Oh no, another name that I probably need to split up. I think I will. Oh, but that's an underscore. Did I put the underscore in the first line or second line? I think I'll put it on the first line and make it really uneven. There we go, and save duplicate. I hate that you guys can see me leaning now. I hate that you guys can see me strip. Like, I love it that this is a feature of the model, but I kinda hate that you guys can see me strip. Someone should pick Eggbot, but it doesn't exist yet. It will exist. Not yet. Okay, Chaos underscore plays. I don't think Chaos is here, so we're gonna go for... I've run out of ears. We do have another horn. I feel like the horn location is pretty desirable though, so maybe we could just like go for like a shoulder spot. There you go. Oh. Eye patch? You guys want eye patch? Fine. Fine. Let's make it smaller though. Actually, can I change the layer? Wait, I can like change the layer. Hold on. Yeah. Where can I put this? Yay, that's gonna be fun. I'm red for a little bit so I can find which layer this needs to go on. Ah, there we go. Done. There we go. Eye patch. Oh, it doesn't stick. Hold on. It doesn't stick. Oh, and there we go. We stuck? We stuck. Yeah, that's better. You'll be very happy. Hell yeah. Got the eye patch on there. I like that it's kind of just in there. It stuck really well. Oh, she stuck really good. Mine's will too. Wow, that's good. And next up, we got wife. Again. Yeah, like this one. Okay, there we go. And save PNG. I'm getting lazier and lazier with naming these files. So we just got Beam. It's got Beam. Is B here? I don't think she's here today, huh? So I think I know where she should go. Here you go. Me go right next to Veggie. And next up we have Estofo. Do I write the whole thing? I think I will. Oh, I'm running out of space. It's fine. I barely just put it on the paper. It's okay. Came back just in time. Glad I remained awake on top of the internet problem. Oh no. Alrighty, where would you like to be stuck? Let me get the file on there. I almost ran out of space, so that's okay. While you're figuring that out, next person is wife. Either shoulder, okay. There you go. I'm putting a little bit extra effort into the wife ones. Is this too much? I think it's too much. There you go. I think welcome back. You guys truly love this. Click PMC. That icon. Ta-da! Like it? I mean, there's only one spot left. I should go, right? What do you mean, ma'am? What do you mean? Yeah, there you go. My wives are together now. Alrighty, and now we have the YouTube peeps finally. I looked at the YouTube gifteds afterwards, so we have Jojo. I think we just go for Jojo. There's a bunch of numbers after, I'm not sure. Not a lot of text on here. And nice. Whether want to be in the middle of your forehead or on the other eye, you don't get to be on the other eye. We need at least one eye uncovered, okay? You can be on the forehead though. Up to you, up to you. You want to be somewhere else? By all means. That also means you're not on the booba and not getting squished by the other wives, which is... I don't know. No, I'll stay here, okay? There we go. Jojo, if you're still here, would you like to pick where you'd want to be stuck? Why not the other eye? I still want you guys to be able to see my eyes. Why is my stream exploding? Guys, is my stream exploding? Oh, that was weird. It was like really laggy for a second there. Opposite of the butterfly? Like this one? I mean, I assume you mean this one, yeah? Okay. No. Hey, no. Alrighty, and up next we have Snake Guy. Like, if I was doing this live when you guys were gifting, it would be a lot more smooth probably than doing it all at once at the same time. Hello Luminex, welcome, welcome. We just sorting out some post-it notes that was supposed to do yesterday. Today, I'm going to assume Snake Guy's not here, so... Here, shoulder placement. Of it, and let's see. I think we have two more. We have... Korg. Gosh, this whole like saving duplicate and then like adding it kinda takes a while, huh? Korg. I'm not sure if Korg is here. Let me know if you are. But for now, you can go... Oh gosh, I don't know where I put this thing anywhere. You know what? You can be right on the earrings. Here we go. And finally, we have Andy. If any of you are around and wants to pick your placement, just let me know. Alrighty. I'm running out of space. There we go. Just go on here. Am I really gonna be streaming like this for the rest of the week? Oh my goodness. I feel like that's too much. Maybe it's not too much. Maybe that's fine. Hello, the biggie man. Love new model. Thank you. Though you can only see like 50% of it at this point considering the post-it note situation. But yeah, that's it. We have our legally mandated post-it notes. And I think I'll leave the Clip Studio thing open so I can add more if we need to. And finally, after like 300 years, we can actually get into the point of the stream. We're supposed to be looking at BTS stuff. So we shall. I was gone for like 5 minutes. What happened? Nothing. Nothing at all. Hello, random person. Hello. Hello, Pixel. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, absolutely nothing happened. Nothing of importance happened at all. Really nothing to worry about. And you should make the notes smaller, you can fit more. I'll make it smaller if I run out of space. I am kind of running out of space, but it's not that bad just yet. I feel like the ones with the shorter names should have like smaller notes. I don't know. It's fine. I think it's okay for now. Right. So how should we actually do this? I haven't actually planned out like an order of things to go through, but I think the first thing we should go through, the one thing I really want you guys to see, are some work in progress versions of the room. I think that'd be really cool. Actually, Rialan made an entire like what's it called? An entire time lapse of the background being made, because this background is like a pretty big part of the scene, right? I mean, it's the majority of the scene, and a whole lot of work went into it. I think it's really cool to see. So I think the first sketch. Yeah, I'll show you guys the very first sketch. Nakasa, thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoy staying super hell. Okay, let me get the projector screen on. Is there even a point in putting projector screen on? I'm gonna try. I choose to try. There we go. So this, from Rialan, was the very first sketch of the background. Yeah, back in this sketch, instead of like the little stool, we had a bunch of like busters on the floor, which I personally was like, wait, maybe it looks kind of messy, you know? Maybe we should go feeling a little bit cleaner. We ended up with less of that, more cat bed, more cat content. Also ended up doing the whole night scene thing with the cats having moved as well. That was really fun. But yeah, you know how you look at the background, the current background right now. Okay, let me bring this back down so you can see. Yeah, you would think that this must have been done in like 3D software, right? And it was. It partially was. But I don't know if the sketch was. I think the sketch must have been done by hand in its entirety, right? Like surely when you're sketching it out, you don't use 3D software. Like for some of the more complicated like objects, 100% 3D was used. But in this sketch, I think it was just like raw, unbridled skill. Because that is really impressive. That is genuinely very impressive that it was just like came out this clean right off the bat, and that's just so freaking cool. I'll show you guys time lapse of this so I can get it loaded on OBS without breaking anything. Okay, I'm gonna make a new media source. Call it, and I'll showcase. And let's find the time lapse. Here we go. Ready. The what? Oh, there it is. Oh, if I don't have it showing, it gets really small. Oh gosh. Go. Gotta plonk that on there. Move it down. Okay, there we go. We have the no showcase video. No, look at this. Look at this. Isn't that cool? There were way more cat things too earlier. Yeah. Oh, so that wasn't the first sketch. I was definitely wrong about that. There were way more cat things because I only gave Rialan a few points, being like, okay, I want cat stuff. I love my cats. I want the cats in the scene, and I want deviled eggs everywhere. And the rest, I just wanted to match the character. So they absolutely cooked with like the cat stuff. I thought, oh, it might have been a lot. Looks satisfying, it is. So after the sketch was done, it is. That's just done by hand. When does the 3D come in? The 3D comes in at some point, but the 3D's not here yet. Oh my goodness. Sorry for every touching a pencil. What do you mean? You thought I touch a pencil more? There is the 3D. The 3D kicks in now. Look at that. Like I think this is Clip Studio. I'm not 100% sure, but like I know you can also do it in Blender as well. Like making a scene and then making sure the perspective is absolutely flawless. We're getting behind the scenes of the background. What are you getting behind the scenes for a lot of stuff. But the background is the one that we actually have a full video for. This goes on for a while, by the way. Like this background, the amount of effort that goes into it is wild. My god, I can see behind the scenes. You can, Claire. They like mixing the 2D and 3D to make this. I think that's like endgame. This is like my favorite kind of background. Like you get the 3D in for like the perfect perspective, right? But then I still really enjoyed hand-drawn look. At one point, I had an idea that I never really followed through with Claire, to have her like model a scene, but like not put in much detail, just have it be like blocked in, right? And then I would render on top of it by hand in 2D, right? But that never actually like came to fruition. I was a bit too occupied doing other stuff, so we get someone else instead. Actually, you guys wanna like place a bet, or not place a bet, just guess. No bets required, just guess how much this scene costed me. I'm sure it's how they do it for all the gacha stuff. Yeah, absolutely. You do that for something one day, I would love to. If I wasn't so constantly busy. 300, 100. Wow. Okay. I have no idea. That's a 50p. Player, what can you even buy with 50p? Like, you can buy candy. Maybe you can buy like one lollipop. Cost 5, 50, 92 quid. 301. This was around, I don't remember the exact number, but it was around $400 US. Yeah, it was pretty expensive. Is the video frozen? Oh, it's not frozen. I don't know what's happening actually. Oh, it's like really small details we can hardly see. Yeah, no, it's happening. The details are happening. It's just very small. Damn. Yeah, I really wanted like no compromises for the MIMOFOX stuff. I really wanted to go for like everything as good as I can, and yeah, I'm really happy I found this artist, and I'm very happy with the result. It's expensive, but yeah, you know how long it takes them? I'm gonna have to like recall, because this was done a little while ago. I think it took them like a little bit under a month. Do you say the cost? Yes, $400 US. A little bit, give or take a little bit. Looks hella quality. Yeah, they also have to render a lot of the objects twice, because there is a day variant and a night variant where the lighting is different. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's pretty alright. It's expensive, but it's understandably expensive. It's the kind of expensive where it's like, oh, that's a ton of work. That is a genuinely massive amount of work. Understandable. This brace for 500 to 600. Not quite. It's a little bit below that. You can definitely add more options and more complexities to get it up there, but yeah, mine, I think it's a pretty default background. Like, for instance, if you were actually making a visual novel or a gacha game or something like that, and you want like a street, for instance, or like a building or a town, rather than just one room, now that gets expensive. It gets even more expensive. How do you find the artist? The wonderful site called VGen. I just scrolled VGen. I very much just scrolled VGen and looked at like the people's art styles that I enjoyed. I just looked at the thumbnails, saw which ones I enjoyed, and was like, oh, this one looks cool. So I went for this one. I mean, I also went through a bunch of other artists to like, went through, it's not really the right word, but had a look at a bunch of other artists' work to see which one I preferred the most. And it's honestly kind of rare to have this good blend of like 2D and 3D, because some people do exclusively 2D and some people do exclusively 3D, and it's a render, right? But the 2D with like a 3D like underlayer Not that common. It is there. It's definitely there. There was another person I was looking at as well. I probably just say it by name, right? I was looking at Roku Nines. The Roku Nines is a Thai artist who does backgrounds, and their stuff is really cool. I think they made a background for hacking Shiori of Hololive as well, and it's hacking sick. But I honestly don't have a good reason for why I didn't pick them, but yeah. It kind of just became a coin toss really between Ryawin and Roku Nines. That was another really good option. They make some really good stuff, and it also involves 3D modeling and putting a scene together. Very jealous of that is crazy? What do you mean? What kind of jealous? It looks spectacular, yeah. I'm so happy. Yeah, this video goes on for a while. We'll get there, Like, the fact that this is a time lapse, the fact that this is like, I don't know how many times speed, like 10x speed or more, I'm not sure. And it's still taking this long, it's kind of crazy, right? But you can see it's coming together slowly but surely. You see that carpet? Yeah, that carpet was just already made, huh? I mean, either it was already made or they made it in a different, like, file and then, like, imported it. Oh, of people that can do both. Yeah, for sure. I think for being background artists, yeah, you do have to do both. Hello, Jitter. Welcome. We're looking at some behind the scenes stuff. Looking at background creation. Oh yeah, I have a little thing to tell you guys as well. So, you know how the current mouse and keyboard, they just kind of like very normal, very default, right? So I went back to the artist earlier today because I only gained the idea today. I only came up with the idea today. I'm gonna have Ryalin make a 2D version of the keyboard I built yesterday. So the keyboard I built yesterday can be in this scene and, I don't know, live on in 2D. Wouldn't that be cool? I think that'd be pretty cool. The keyboard is coming to the actual scene. I don't know, guys. I just really enjoy having things from reality like appear on these scenes. Like, for instance, having Cat 1 on a desk. I think it's really fun. And now we're gonna have the mouse and keyboard. Yeah. Hello, people. The speed paint is enlightening me. This much detail is enough to lag mine. Yeah. I'm just gonna let this play out in full. We only have like about a minute left. Honestly, I'm still kind of torn about that partition between like the cat bed and the window. Because there is a shelf behind that partition that's fully made and fully rendered and it's really nice. But now the partition is just kind of in the way. Oh well. It's still a really heckin' cool partition though. And look at that. It suddenly all comes together with the lighting from the outside. Oh, the RTX on the reflections done by hand. So cool, right? Okay, I'm trying to look at like some more stuff I can show you guys that's work in progress. I don't typically keep the work in progress stuff. I need to like find it on the gen. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna show you guys the end, but you don't really need to see it. Look at that! Is that so cool? That's so cool. I have to make sure Cat 1 isn't awoken. So unreal to me, people can make this stuff, right? I mean, with enough time and effort, you can make anything. And now it's here. Now it's here. Now I live in the scene. Is that so heckin' sick? Gosh, I can like glaze the artwork that was done forever. It's really heckin' nice. Okay, but we're not just glazing the background today. We're gonna look at some other stuff too. Now the question is, what should we look at? I think we should look at the starting screen because there's another time lapse of that one. It should be like significantly shorter. The starting screen did not take nearly as much time, but I'll get this pulled up for you guys. Okay. I might have to slow this down. I'm honestly not too sure how fast this is. Oh, that is very fast. Okay, let me slow this down. Speed, like 50%. Here we go. Restart. Okay, so this is from Dan Ryu, who made a bunch of like different thumbnails for trying to figure out, okay, which pose exactly did I want? And I wasn't able to pick. Like, let me go back a little bit. Like, you see how these ones are all like drawn pretty well? You even got like the hair and everything. Because I couldn't really pick between them because the poses are all really heckin' nice. Like, this one is really cool too. Isn't this one nice? Yeah. So it was just genuinely really hard to figure out which one I wanted. Oh my gosh, yeah, the book one as well with the shelf is really cool. This one is also very, very Blue Archive coded. Very nice. I really wished I could have all of the poses at the same time. But no, I had to take one, so we didn't have that. Oh gosh, I need to go back and show you the first pose. Even at 50%. Yeah, the first pose was like an egg in the lap, which is really heckin' cool, right? I want that one too. But that's okay, We ended up with the one that's looking out into the garden. And I'm plenty happy with this one. Oh gosh, you can see the head. You can see the really funny looking head under the hair there. Yeah, so the process for this is slightly different than just completely traditional illustrations because this one had to be layer separated to be rigged. So it's made a little bit like a VTuber model, except with way less part separation, but it's still kind of made that way. Yeah, there's a bunch of part separation you can see there. And there you go, it got the final lighting pass, and yeah. Isn't that nice? That's nice. I'm happy with that one too. It's been so good, yeah. I really love seeing like artwork come into being. I don't have too much to comment about this. It's very pretty traditional. It's pretty heckin' traditional, but it's still really cool. Like the perspective on this is really nice. That you had to make a background. It was also really quite affordable too. I think this was about like $110. Not too bad at all. Especially because it was cut for layers. All these different thumbnails that were made. Look at those little eggs. Don't you love those little eggs? I think they're so fun. The final egg had such a good little shape. The little guy up at the top right. Oh, that guy is so good. The only complaints. Okay, I do have one complaint about this artwork is that it's already framed perfectly. But when you're doing live 2D artwork, you'll have things move in and out of frame. So, for instance, the tail, it just cut off at the side of the frame there. See, I can't move the tail left without showing the edge of the canvas. I can't move that upper ear down without showing that it's cut off. I think when it comes to making live 2D artworks, you do need to like plan it to be cropped in a little bit. So you don't want to like frame it perfectly right away. You want to frame it so that you can crop it in, and then that's framed perfectly. This artist is so cool what they do, right? Alrighty. So that was the starting screen on time lapse. I'm like hesitating on going into the model because I know once I get to actually showing off the model live TD and the PSD and all that, it gets very, very complicated very, very fast, and I might get too technical, but we'll see. I think there's still a few more I can show. There's no more what's it called? I can't find the word. There's no more time lapses, but we do have some pictures at the very least. I don't know if I'm allowed to show this yet because it's a work in progress. I'll do it anyway. It's fine. But you know how I showed you guys the outfit design, the new outfit design that doesn't exist yet? Well, of course, I'm gonna need a background to go with that outfit, right? So, are you ready? Are you ready? Nope. Yeah, Rialan's making another one. We're getting another background. This background is gonna be matching the more Japanese style outfit that I'm getting. And it's about the same perspective. Not quite the same, but actually is it exactly the same? It's pretty much the same perspective, but we have different garden, different stuff. There's an egg sitting on the pillow. There's still a bunch of eggs, and yeah, we got a bunch of common elements from the original background, but this time we got like mochi and a tea set and heckin' cool stuff. You know what that means, right, guys? Yeah, I'm spending over $400. I spend a lot of money on this thing. I am in the red actively, but it's okay because there's so much cool stuff. Okay, before I get in trouble, I'm gonna hide that. Okay, what else? I think we should get into the character design stuff. Of course, I don't have like the... what do you call it? I don't have like the progress pictures for the character design because this design was one I purchased. I didn't commission it from scratch, but I did purchase it. So, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what the original design looks like from Heinz Moon. So the design came like this. Okay, there's a little guy. The little guy doesn't actually exist because I didn't know that there was a little guy. I only saw like the model artwork. I never saw this design sketch until later. It's not really a sketch, this design image until later. But yeah, Heinz Moon makes a bunch of chibis. Heinz Moon also does like full-size characters, but when they're selling designs, it's usually chibis. This design, I don't actually remember how much it went for, but if I were to estimate, it's about like $200. Pretty cool. Not really too much to say about this, really. It's just pretty cool. Yeah. That's what this character looked like at the start. It's very cute, very small, came with a little creature. Money comes and goes, but memories are forever. Yeah, like I said, I really wanted to make sure this model, that everything it did for MIMOFOX, we're doing no compromises, okay? We're doing no compromises. Doing the best that we can. And after this model, rather after this design was purchased by not me, but purchased by Sarah, she made this. So this was a sketch. I might have to zoom in. This is a little bit of a big image. I'm gonna break the immersion on the projector screen and just zoom in a little bit. But yeah, this was... oh, I kind of broke the entire screen. Whoops. Yeah, this was the sketch of the model. It looks pretty cool. I don't know. Is it just me, or does she look gentler in the final model? Either way, it's so sick. This is what I saw on Twitter that got me like, I need this now. This is literally me for real. I need this. So I did. So I did. I immediately messaged Sarah the moment that this appeared on my timeline. I was like, I need to speedrun this. Nobody better steal this model. It is mine now, mine forever. So, would you like to guess how much I paid for the model art and the design together? The tail reminds me of a mythical animal or something. Yeah, this character is... I don't actually know the term, but it's inspired by like Chinese dragons. 800? Any more guesses? 5 million Bitcoin? One of those Chinese dragons. Yeah, that one. Those ones, yeah. I don't know. I'm not well versed enough in Chinese lore. Is it 4,000? Oh my gosh, you guys. I paid $600 for the model art and the design. It was actually really cheap. It was actually really cheap because usually when you get model art, I'm expecting to pay like $800 to $1,000. The fact that I got this for $600 was like, wow, that's a steal. Well, it turns out I did have to put in a lot of extra work to get it to this stage, but I'll take it. It was worth it. Right, so after this sketch, I can show you guys the artwork. Ta-da! So it got rendered, and we have this. I mean, can you tell the difference between this and the final model? Probably a little bit. Okay, if you can't tell, it's the Booba department. I personally, I did it. I nerfed the Booba. Is that toxic? Maybe. I thought the Booba was too big, so I nerfed it. And also, I wanted it to like turn better, so I had to make new parts for it. But they have, you know, the original design did intend to have like even bigger Booba. So that means you bought the rights to the model itself, right? So it's just yours and yours alone. Yeah, I have the rights for the artwork. I have the rights for the model. I have the rights for the character design. Of course, they still own like the IP. Technically, like I think technically they still own the IP because there's no legal document that's like, okay, the IP is officially transferred. That's not a thing. So that's why usually I do think it's a bit of better peace of mind for you to design your own stuff so that you own that character in its entirety. Because the legal paperwork that you have to go through to be like, yep, I own this design, I own this intellectual property, is actually kind of tough to do. But usually that's not done. Yeah, usually that's not done for VTubers and artwork in general, because if you do, it's just kind of a pain in the ass. Every time you commission someone, you have to be like, okay, can I have the legal paperwork and talk to the lawyers? It's too much. So as long as everyone does everything in good faith, there's usually no problems. During like your entire career, there should be no problems. Like, in the off chance that some of these kind of toxic, some of these kind of malicious, they can be like, actually, I revoke your usage rights. I don't know, maybe they can do that, but like nobody ever signed the contract. Everything is a verbal agreement that you're allowed to do this, you paid for this all works. And it would be like a legal battle. But that pretty much never happens. Like, why would you do that? You know? Why would you ever do that? Like, maybe if I got like super cancelled off the internet, someone might be like, yeah, I don't want you using my artwork anymore. That could be a thing, but unless something truly horrible happens, it's pretty much okay to not have like legal IP rights transferred because you have usage rights. 100% you can do whatever with it. Yeah. When it comes to VTuber designs and artwork and rights, you can be really diligent about it and get lawyers involved, but like 99.99% of people won't do that. And nothing happens. Yeah. Just take it easy, I guess. It's really not too much. Mimo cancelled for being too mean, yeah. The chat really cancel you for not reading chat, yeah. You did that for the other Mimo 3. Well, The other Mimo 3. Oh, I guess I can show that here too, huh? I tried to do that icon. I talked to Pink about it, and they did talk to a lawyer and was like, we could technically do this, but it's like really, really annoying. So I was like, you know what? Fair enough. We don't really need to. Like, you could get paperwork to say IP rights are transferred. No need. It's just a lot of paperwork for like no benefit other than extreme scenarios where you're getting sued. But you're okay most of the time. My data center Wi-Fi is buffering today unless I hold my phone. Oh no! I'm sure only the super mega big streamers go through their legal process. Yeah, I'm not even sure if they do. Like, they might, but as long as everyone is trustworthy and is done in good faith, I think it's fine. Like, for instance, let's give an example. If Aika were to make a design for me, or if I make a design for her, I don't think either of us would ever bother being like, yeah, can you do some legal documents, transfer IP? I would just trust. Because if you're commissioning an artist, would you not trust them? If you don't trust them, why are you commissioning them, you know? Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, technically you could do it the right way, but there's really no need to. Yeah. Also, good night out there. Thanks for coming along. With Chibimo. Yeah. I could totally use Chibimo now. And Chibimo could get the 4 ears too. Okay, anyway, I got a little bit distracted, but you guys want to get distracted even further? Because MIMOFOX was not supposed to be Mimo 3. Mimo 3 is a distinctly different entity than MIMOFOX. Because back in October, in November, stuff like that, I was planning an entirely different model. So I'm going to show you guys that now. You might have seen this rough sheet somewhere before. I did post it on my VGen because I made it myself. But let me pull it up for you. So this is Mimo 3. This is what Mimo 3 was supposed to look like. I like this. I'm honestly really proud. Okay, it's slightly too big. I'm really proud of this character sheet. I think the rendering is quite nice, it's quite pretty. The character was designed by Pink, not me. But yeah, this is Mimo 3. She's a lot more purple color rather than going into the green. The blue shifted more purple. There's a lot of inspiration from like Arknight's characters like Surtur. And at the time, I was really jealous of the characters in Chaos Zero Nightmare having giant horns. So like, I want the horns to be as big as possible. And I got so hecking far with this model where I commissioned all the model art and everything is ready to rig. And this model, I don't want to abandon it. I still really like it. And I want to get this through to like the finish line at some point. I don't know when exactly, but I want to get this to the finish line. So let me show you the original design from Mimo 3. Okay, this is what the design came in as. I made a few changes, like flipping the sword, making the proportions a little bit different. But yeah, this is the design. She's pretty cute. I think it's pretty great. The colors are very saturated though, like that blue is very saturated. Mimo birthday model. And enough. I have no idea when, but I would love to make this character exist too, because it would be a shame to not do anything like that. I even got so many outfit cons for this character because I had zero plans of switching it up to MIMOFOX until MIMOFOX appeared and I just couldn't resist. Which was very expensive, by the way, because I already got so many things rolling for this character and ended up being like, actually, yeah, never mind. So, for instance, I had some like teasers made, like back in November or something. For example, this one. Yeah, this one is on the billboard outside of the room for Mimo 2. And you can see the Mimo 3 version, and I think she looks pretty hecking cool, right? It's actually crazy how your current model just so happens to fit so well. Amazing that it does. What if you didn't scroll that day? I think reality would be extremely different if I didn't scroll that day, because I love this model, I love this design, and it wasn't even made for me. It just happened to be like, oh, that's exactly the kind of thing I was looking for. It was perfectly the kind of thing I was looking for. It was just a pure coincidence. Just an amazing pure coincidence. Okay, I'll show you guys some of the outfits. Okay, so one of the outfits for Mimo 3, which basically became inspiration for the outfit for MIMOFOX, is this. You can see some of the similarities. You can see the shoes, you can see like the long dress, stuff like that. So, Mimo 3 also was supposed to get Samurai thing, because my plan was I want to get this model out, then I want to get this outfit, and then I want to play Sekiro. At this point, I'm not gonna play Sekiro until GTA 6, but yeah, Mimo 3. I think she's really heckin' cool. Oh no, Ike's gonna steal the rides? Mimo end up like Ike with a bajillion models? Yeah. You guys just don't get to see it, because like when Aika has an idea for a model, she makes it real, she creates it, and she brings it to life. Me, I just pay a bunch of money for like designers and artists, and then they never end up coming out because I end up not like getting everything done. Because when I want to like change the model, I want to like do everything I can, right? I want to get a background, I want to get all the things ready, not just change the model on its own. So, yeah. Okay, we have some more. You guys probably seen this. It's nothing. Why is it nothing? Gang, why is it nothing? Oh, it's just massive. Hacking Odo made this file so massive, it just won't load. Okay, hold on, let me screenshot it and then show you. I think I have a small version somewhere. Okay, it's just not loading, huh? Best outfit is in void. Okay, this is on the clipboard. I need to actually put this in the right folder. Give me a sec. It's taking a little bit because I'm screenshotting it, so it's small. I could resize, but actually I probably should just use the resize feature rather than screenshotting it. That is so much more not awful. Where is it? Then my god, you have so many commissions. Oh wow, there's so many commissions. Save. Okay, I'm so sorry it took ages. This one should load. Yep, there it is. I moved the entire thing again. Dang it. So easy to actually move the entire scene. So this was made by Odo. Pretty cool, right? There's a cool glove. There's a cool sword. Cool gold horns. Yeah. Yeah. All these characters that I want to exist. I want to have them exist, but it just takes so much effort to like have these be real. To have these actually exist. Ooh, I can show you guys the alternate versions. So before we oh yeah, I can't speak. I'm just gonna show you guys the alternate version of this. Before we finalize the outfit choice, there were a bunch of options because Odo is just that heckin' cool, right? Odo needs rights. And she made a bunch of variants I can pick through. And look at how cool they all are. They're also regal. It's so sick. I want them all. I want them all. Mimo sent me her Collins folder at the start of last week to help with social media stuff. In one folder had 189 items. She would not believe how many comms I get. Although it's so amazing. See, oh, there's so much stuff, you guys. I'm just gonna quickly run through a bunch of the Mimo 3 stuff. But yeah, there's good stuff that I'm just sad that just doesn't not gonna be a thing. You guys don't get to see it. Aw, that one's cute. I mean, you guys get to see it now, but I want these characters to be real so bad. Oh well. Oh, this one is so cool. This one is also from Danryu. This one is also layer separated and ready to go. It's Mimo 3, but in very, very fiery super hell. Isn't that great? Make them real? When what time, Garrett? What time? Second anniversary? Yeah, maybe. Okay, we got a few more. Oh, this one is so sick. This one is gacha splash art. Looks so cool. I love this. Mimo is just a cool game character. I mean, I do like gachas. And I do like gacha style stuff. And ta-da! We got more Masada art. Super cute, super cool. See, in 12 months and make all of Mimo's outfits real. Okay, I'll see you later. Okay. Should I show you all of these things? I feel like there's a lot. It's genuinely just kind of a lot. This one's really cool too. I love Dumby stuff. Dumby makes such cool, stylish things. They're not really like the usual anime style that we see, but they're still really sick. Oh, this one is so sad. And by sad, I mean, yeah, we still don't have this model. The more I look at these artworks, the more I'm like, I want this model to exist. This from Shaft. So cool, right? We got the Boba on the screen. We got the biblically accurate Mimo 3. Then we go Fendo text version. There you go. Scary Mo. Yeah. Look at fangs. Isn't that fun? I really enjoy Mimo 3 and this one. I need to be in a reality where I have both models and just switch through. Okay, we're gonna start looking at the artworks and we can instead look at this. I need to really get this out of the scene. This is gonna be in front of the... Oh. Broke it. Hold on. I broke it. This is the artwork, the model artwork for Mimo 3. As you can tell, I didn't draw this. And it looks fucking amazing. The layer separation on this is immaculate. This was done by Anemone Kitsumi. And yeah. The rendering work is incredible. The layer separation is incredible. The detail is really, really nice. And I specifically requested for one thing that I wish was on this model right now, and that is directional lighting. As you can see on this model, the lighting is coming from our left. And one side is in shadow, one side is in the light, and I feel like that just adds so much more like dimensionality. And if you also get the background to have that same matched lighting, it just It looks amazing. It looks really, really good. You can have the character really be set in that scene, and it just looks dang good. I wish I can have that, but that might be... I don't know. It'd be difficult to do because I can't really redo this model art like from MIMOFOX. And if I commission the next model of MIMOFOX, and it does have the directional lighting, it wouldn't really match the style of this one. I don't know. It's fine. I'll consider that later. I just think directional lighting is a really cool feature, and if I'm drawing a model, I really like this. And if I'm commissioning, I also really want this. The reach 8-point stretch goal for Mimo 3. I mean, I would need that for all the funding it requires. Mimo 3 is expensive. Okay. Anyway, enough about Mimo 3. Let's go back to looking at MIMOFOX. Seraphim Mimo is my new favorite. Aww. Yeah, that Halloween art by Shaft is really hecking cool. I really, really enjoy that one. Okay. I think I will need to move to the game scene for this. How they make the room music not go away? I'm not sure. Hopefully when I move to the game scene, nothing breaks. Professional Hater 101, thank you for follow. Hope you enjoy your stay in Super Hell. Yeah, my game scene is just Elgato, no signal. That's lovely. We're just gonna go to the void, and I'll manually restart the music. Bye, Odo. Good morning. I showed some Odo work stuff. Very cool. Oh wait, I don't have the music in this scene. Wait, let me re-add the music. Room BGM. Yep. And I'm gonna go ahead, unlock the volume. I think room BGM was at minus 30 dB. Here we go. The music is back. Oh, what is that sticky note? It says fair pay. Odomami writes. I'm advocating for Odo rights, okay? We need Odo rights. The union requires it. The union demands it. Why? What do you mean, why? Odo needs rights and fair pay and rest. Obviously, what union? Me! I'm the union. I demand Odo rights. Odo deserves right too, guys. Yeah. Odo rights are human rights. Okay, so give me a sec. I'm just getting the window capture ready. Not 100% sure if this is working alright. It should. Yes. Clip Studio Paint. I'm gonna go ahead and load in the MIMOFOX model, and I will go through a lot. Let's see, where is it? I think I need to like open it from my Clip Studio, MIMOFOX Final Cleanup 3. Okay, there we go. Okay. I'm not sure how technical we want to get, but I can go through a bunch of like model work stuff. I think it's probably easier to show on live 2D, but you can at least see like how the layers work in here. I'm going to save this as a file, a different file, so I can just do terrible things to it if I need to. But yeah, on the top right, it's really small, so you might not be able to see it, but it says, I worked 75 hours on this model, 75 hours, and it was already a pre-made model that I purchased from someone else. I worked on it for 75 hours. It's insane. Because number one thing I did was stupid amounts of layer separation. Let's look at the ears first. I think the ears are a good example. They let unclip all of these. Unclip, unclip, unclip. You can see the reflections or only separate? Oh, that's just gray on gray. You can't see that. All the reflections are separated and they all move independently of the ears, and the outline of the ears are also separated. Yeah, everything needed to be separated because that was all in one layer. It's usually something the artist would do, but the rigger can also do this. I'm honestly not pro enough to know like the workflow of working with an artist to get this all done. But yes, I did a lot of this stuff myself. And it involved a lot of remaking and matching the art style of the original artist. The horns are not working here, but there's a good reason for that. Don't worry about it just yet. You did all those? Yes, I did. Let me get rid of the ear butterfly so we can see that. And of course the ears are also separated normally, like the artist already did this sort of thing where you have front and back, have the little fluff in the middle. I had to separate the little stud myself though. What else? I don't really want to get into the horns because the horns still complicated. So the horns involve a lot of different things, a whole lot of different things. It involves one mask that is the outline that basically determines this is the inside of the horns, and it also involves a piece of line there that allows it to have that three-dimensional feel, and one that contains the texture so the texture doesn't leak. Because if I unclip the texture, you can see the texture does leak here because the texture needs to move, and this mask will keep the texture in its place. Yeah, I don't want to get too technical, but essentially all the horns were remade from scratch with the texture separated and with masks. So yeah, it's fun. For the lower horns, like these three, they don't show because the reflection texture, as you can see, the reflection texture looks like this, and they will scroll across and only appear in these gray segments. So that's how we get the shiny effect. So how many layers? I would need to check in Live 2D. I never actually counted, but I'm estimating like 400? I don't know. Maybe more, maybe less. This might be an overestimation. And of course, this blue piece right here has a highlight piece. All of these have to be layer separated. And by have, I mean they don't have to. They do not have to be layer separated. These can become so much easier and so much less painful if you don't do that. But the flames of ambition drive me. They guide me to doing stupid stuff like that. And of course, the horns, when they turn... Actually, I need to disable horn accessories first. Of course, when the horns turn, the texture also moves so that the lighting will always match your viewer's perspective. It will always stay in that same position when it turns. Yeah. So that's basically the horns. The hair is a very typical thing that riggers have to do, and that is, for instance, this front piece right here. No, that was all one big piece. I separated it and drew the back part so that there is a back texture to it. The shadow was separated so that when it moves, the shadow can also move. This small piece is separated. And this white piece, again, was on one layer. So I had to do the back part here. And the back part now shows through. And I think that's really cool. The glasses, pretty simple. The butterfly wings are taken off and separated. The reflection for these look like this, and they will scroll across. So when they're clicked on, they look like that. So now we have shiny reflections. Okay. Is there anything else? The butterflies here also have reflections, very subtle, you can hardly see it, but it also reflects. Pretty much anything that's shiny on this model that's flat have reflections now. Like for instance, these butterflies I also had to remake, and they have reflections. The beads, oh my god, the beads were not difficult to do, but if you look behind me, yeah, there's like 1,000 beads. There is so many beads because each bead is individually separated. Each bead had to be its own thing to make sure the volume is preserved and they're not crushed flat. Yeah. I don't know how much detail we want to get into. I'm talking a lot about like layer separation, talking a lot about reflections. The eyes are also mostly remade by me as well. That was really difficult to match the artist, but I think I did a decent job. The iris is, of course, the pupil is separated, the reflections are separated. These were all in one layer before, and I honestly am kind of surprised that it was, but it's okay. It wasn't too difficult to do. The eyelash buttons, all these pieces had to be done. Oh yeah, the blush as well. The blush is much better on the model itself. And the mouth, well, as you can see, it's a straight line. It's not meant to be a straight line, but I tried something new with this model, and that is to have the default mouth be a straight line so that it doesn't deform weird. Mimo hates herself. I gave myself so much work. Yep, there's the inside of the mouth. Nothing special of note. I didn't do anything special for the mouth this time around. For Mimo too, I went pretty crazy for the mouth, but it didn't really pay off. I think it's better to like keep the mouth kind of simple and have all the cool stuff being a rigging instead. But some people do like more textured teeth. They have different like separated teeth as well. They can have like a little, what do you call it, like a larynx, like basically the throat be able to be shown. Yeah, I don't have any of that. Okay. I think the next major thing that I did, let me take off the jacket, is I redid the chest. I redid the entire chest. So the boobah was like not separated that detailed, so we have the front of the boobah. I need to turn this hair off as well. Let me... Oh, hold on. Turn this off. Turn this off. Okay. We have the shoulders. And under the shoulders, we have the torso. There's really nothing in there. It's not super crazy. I had to extend texture just a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. I don't know if this is TOS. It shouldn't be. There's nothing here. Okay, and behind all of that is the back of the torso. So when I turn, I don't know if you can see it on the actual model here. You can kind of see, like the fact it is post-it notes makes it a little bit harder to see. But yeah, when I turn, you can see the side of the torso. And there needs to be a texture in the back there to show when you turn. So this string is also, I mean, it needs to be made. It's not super duper hard to do, but it's hard to like match it correctly. I still think my torso turn is not as pretty as Mimo 2's torso turn, but I think it works fine. Okay, now the belt. Also have the accessories movable. So when I turn, you can actually see this one on the model this time. The studs will disappear and appear as I turn. Because that's how turning works, right? Yeah, that has to be separated. And the skirt is nothing crazy. I didn't do too much to this. But I did have to add a skirt back section. If I get rid of this skirt, you can see this back section had to make. But that's not too much bother. So the things I separated for the skirt are like this. I have this piece right here, which will go in and out as I turn. This piece will also go in and out as I turn. But because there is this crane texture on it, right? There's this crane texture on it. I had to separate it into line and fill so that it doesn't, the crane texture never goes over that line. Nothing too special this time. Most of the difficulty came from the ear reflections, the shiny metals, and the horns. The horns took by far the longest time. So much time. We're dissecting her a little bit. We're dissecting her a little bit. So that's pretty much all I can show you in Quick Studio. So I'm gonna go into Live 2D and show you guys the rigging, which I think is where most of my work is. And it's gonna be a little bit more apparent where this layer separation comes in. Last time I tried to stream Live 2D, it was pretty laggy, so let's see if this works. She still has horns? I didn't notice them? What do you mean? Let's say a skirt with pockets seems like a smart idea. Yeah, why don't they make more of those? Like, they exist, they're just not common. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure to separate, or rather save this file so I don't accidentally break my model file. Did I know this movie, The Autopsy of Mimo? Okay, save that so I don't affect the previous file. Alrighty, window capture. Java.exe. Yay, Java.exe. Now comes the actual. It did. The actual thing. All the work is here. So, I know we know where to begin. We could begin with the horns, the super difficult to explain thing before. So the horns have a bunch of masks you can't see, but essentially it's all to create the effect. And when you turn, or rather when I turn, you can see there's a gap between the original horn shape and where the metal is. For this, it's easy. The gap is a fixed distance away. So the mask just looks like this. The mask is just a fixed distance away, and that's fine. Super nice and easy. But for ones like this, like the bottom bit here, the mask is a little bit different. The mask has to be a weird shape to accommodate the horns. So when it turns, you can see how the mask also shifts around to make sure that the outline is as tight as possible. Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass. This is genuinely like the hardest part of the model by far. So the mask itself isn't keyed, but the line edge is keyed. You can see that this is keyed on angle X and angle Y. There's a lot of tiny little modifications to make sure that these actually do follow the angles correctly. It's not supposed to be this laggy, by the way. The Live 2D just doesn't function that well. Hi B. Vertices, my friends. Vertices are scary. Okay, let's put this away again. Why did it do that? Opacity 0. Great. So that's pretty much how the horns function. The reflections are really nothing special. I can unreverse the mask. It kind of looks like this and just scrolls through left and right, up and down, depending on which direction I'm looking at. Yep, there you go. Not too special. But, so that's very much like the most complicated thing on the model. And we have a bunch of other stuff. Gosh, now that I'm done with that, I don't even know where to go next. I have the jacket, where I have to move the arms, the fingers. Oh my gosh, the fingers. The fingers also redrew, and the fingers are individually separated, individually arranged. So when there's movement happening, the fingers have different perspective. I'm gonna find where I put this. It's in body physics, I think. Fingers perspective. So when I turn, this will do a little perspective turn right there. Either way, it's really tiny micro movements you will never see, but it's cool. Need to make the new dolls yesterday. Beamy needs pants. Uh-oh. Oh no, she keeps missing the streaks. Yeah, right? I only stream like twice a year, gosh. Gotta be honest, the horns are less visible. They are. The horns kind of take a back seat to the ears now. Right. I think you can really... You get the gist of things. The torso rotates. I have a bunch of like independent rotation stuff. Like the torso rotates. When the torso rotates, the arms do. Very, very normal stuff. Now, this is the part I'm quite proud of. The part that's not in the previous model and it's not commonly on VTuber models at all. The lean. The y-axis, instead of just going up and down, is a lean. There is instead a separate up and down axis on this bottom one here. And that moves the legs around. You can hardly see it because, you know, it's under the skirt, but that moves the legs up and down. But yeah, the lean involves a few key elements, and that is the head gets bigger, the arms come closer and bigger, and the vulva kind of like goes down and no longer sinks with the lower torso. So I have a torso like front XY, which does this. Okay, and I have a torso back XY. Okay, gotta select it. Yeah, so the torso back XY doesn't move nearly as far. You can see it's behind there. It's stuff that you just don't really get to see because I don't move the model that much. But yeah, when I turn, you can see the side of the torso. And I tried to match it decently well with where the vulva ends. It's not amazing, but it's serviceable. And now that I'm doing this pose, another important thing to look at is the beads. The hacking beads. So, there's not that much individual rigging going on with the beads. They're all unkeyed, but the important thing is they're all on rotation deformers. And when something is on a rotation deformer, that means they will not squish, they will only rotate. So when I turn, the beads will go in front of each other and they will never squish. I think it's easier to show you guys the before and after, but before this was done, the beads would squish flat like the butterflies do, like the tie does. But now the beads are solid, and this is a stupid effort. Oh my goodness. Hello Galaxy King. This is so awesome. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like this weird technical like thing going on. Like, I'm not diving deep enough to really be like the live 2D tutorial, but I'm also trying to like keep it understandable. But yeah, there's a bunch of angles you guys don't really see on this model. And a bunch of different like mixtures of keys that won't ever really happen. Yeah, we have a little bit of a torso lean, we have a lower body lean. So adding all of this together is how I would get a maximum lean. The torso rotation Z is key to how far I'm leaning side to side, while the head is just my head tilt. Sometimes people do the head tilt for the entire body rotation, but it kind of depends. Yeah. Now we have the hips movement. The hips movement occur when I do a body turn. So when this happens, hips go out. But they don't go out that much. They go out like halfway, a little bit. Makes it a little bit more dynamic. So it is a little bit of a problem, honestly, like how the hips go out. Because the legs are not symmetrical. A lot of VTuber models have symmetrical legs. And this one doesn't. This one has one leg in front of the other. So when I had to key a bunch of the body positions, it ends up being kind of weird. But yeah, going from side to side with the X, you can hardly see this happen in reality because it also mixes with lean. That's also happening. That is also happening. I feel like I need to unmix it with the lean. I'm not sure. Maybe it shouldn't. Maybe it should. But essentially, this X movement here gives me more freedom to go side to side. And with an added bonus of a really cool leg movement here. So how I did this was have a few keys. Let's select this one. So the key is simple, right? You have the goal slightly lean, so when you're leaning a little bit, it doesn't start moving immediately. And then we have an up step, we have a down step, and we have the rest of the lean. Yeah, I thought steppies would be so much harder, but it's really just step up, step down, continue. Yeah, not too bad. I think if I move the legs over the skirt, you'll be able to see this a lot better. I hate that it's so laggy, guys. It's usually not this laggy when I'm not streaming, but yeah. We have leg movement. The most difficult part about legs is just keeping everything 3D, not letting it squish. Especially when you're mixing keys. Like, these are blend shapes, and blend shapes automatically mix things together. And sometimes they might look really weird, and they do. But luckily, the skirt does hide most of it. Oh yeah, it's also the lower body rotation parameter. This one just also happens when I turn. Like, a bunch of these things happen at the same time when I turn. Like, torso will rotate, hips will move out, lower body will rotate, and that's how you get like a full turn. You know, I wish you guys could actually see this on the model. There's so much work that goes down to like the lower part of the model. Oh yeah, and you can see the thing I was talking about earlier. The skirt will move out and in as I turn. This side is the same thing. Just gives more dimensionality. Yeah. It's not super crazy. I feel like if I did this from scratch, I would do it for every single pleat, and every single pleat would have that in and out movement. But we only have it for the edge pleats. I think it still looks good, so it's okay. Will you also update YouTube emotes? I will. The YouTube emotes I think are a little bit more annoying to update, but I will definitely get around to that very, very soon. Hello, Zerlunar. Yeah, no blend shapes. Yeah, Claire. Looks so Mimo-tastic, yeah. Is there anything else that's significant? I don't think there's that much more I really need to like specifically show you guys. Let me get a display capture instead of window capture. And we get the physics window. So when moving the model fully from side to side, it should look like this. It doesn't happen in reality because when I move side to side, it also leans. So we end up getting something that looks like this. But again, these movements are like maxed out and extreme, and I just don't get that in reality. I don't know how I feel about that. I could make my movements more extreme in like on the model itself. I could get like this far, because like you can see leading back, leading forward in all four corners. There's a lot going on there, and it's really heckin' cool. I really love this, but I think if I do that on stream in VTuber Studio, that like it's hard to do that. It's a lot. So I think I do enjoy like the more realistic movements more, where I'm just kind of sitting here, because in reality I am just kind of sitting here. I don't know what your guys' preferences are for like VTuber model movements. Some people have very lively extreme movements, some people are a little bit more static, and I always feel like I want more liveliness. I don't know. You know, I realized the thigh movement is so like small, you can hardly even see it. The walkthrough of Mimo model is really cool. Yeah! You can see all the parameters mixed together. There's a ton of physics. Every piece of cloth has physics. The hair has physics. The fingers have physics. See that? Finger physics! You'll never see it in the actual, like, on OBS or on on OBS or on YouTube Studio. So this is like my opportunity to show you guys all the cool features that you can see the studs move. I really wanted to make sure the stud outline stayed like spherical when it's like moving off the belt, but that's too much work. I didn't do that. I got lazy on that one. Yeah, you can see the side of the torso, especially when the booba bounces. There's a little bit of like complications that happen when I lean back and turn to the side to make sure the arms look good. Otherwise, the arms kind of like clip down. Either way, yeah. I can lean forward, look at you guys, lean to the side. There's a lot of really fun stuff. There's also tiny little like eye stuff. Like for instance, when blinking, you can see, oh gosh, when I do that, it like breaks the physics. You see the eyelashes? The eyelashes have physics. Of course, the iris also has some bounce to it, but yeah, that's not too much. Your eye tracking is always top. What I do is just make my eye tracking have no smoothing, so it moves as fast as my eyes actually do. We got Mimo debut for GTA 6. Crazy, right? These little like hangy bits on the glasses, this little bit here, they all have a bunch of deformers that respect gravity. The number of like physics groups I have, oh my gosh. Like maybe I'll make a technical like walkthrough at some point for like riggers as like a rigging tutorial, but for now, for you guys, I'm just really proud of head angles. So there's one thing to note as well is that there's no like layer shiftings. Everything is all the same order as is shown on the left side here. There's no layer shifting. But when I turn, you can see the face goes in front of the hair, even though by default, the hair should go in front of the face, right? So there's a secondary layer, which is a mask that will allow the face, only when turning right to our right, to clip through this side of the hair. It's kind of finicky, kind of finagly, but you get this really cool effect of having the hair not like fully be in front of the face. On Mimo 2, the hair always stayed in front because I didn't do this. But now we can have the hair go behind the face. I mean, on turning left, it also does the same thing. I also put in some extra work on the iris. If you notice the iris, they look eyeball-esque, let's put it that way. I think I'll use the eyeball X swipe around there to show that. Yeah, the depth I got on the iris, I'm quite proud of, but it might be too extreme. They honestly might be too extreme. Yeah, when you're looking, you look to the side, you can really, really tell that's an eyeball. That is an eyeball-shaped eyeball. I'm proud of that one. Okay, the mouth is a few keying forms that are really fun. Like by default, you saw that they were a straight line, but yeah, we have some keyforms here. This one is just an in-between. I don't really like this in-between, honestly. Oh, it's even broken. This one's broken. Oh gosh, I need to fix that. Huh. That's the only one that's broken. So, what I used to have on this keyform, instead of being just a regular smile, it was like a 3 mouth, like the middle form, but even bigger. So I think this is a remnant of when that was there, and it's broken. Oh gosh, I need to fix it. Oh well. The eyelids dip in with eye movements? Yeah, they do. It's pretty easy actually. I have a few like expression deformers, but they don't do too much. The sad deformer have this one for like pupil dilation. We got like the slit pupils. I don't really have that on anything other than the Angie emote. So yeah, that exists. Now you know that exists. Anything else I really need to show? Show the eye bags. Eye bags are just a texture applied. Nothing special. But is there anything you guys are curious about? I'm not sure where to go next with showcasing the rigging. Fox mode is reptile mode? What do you mean reptile mode? Foxes have split eyes too, like cats. I should just a jacket. I think I showed this on YouTube Studio. So I'm really proud of this thing moving up and down. It's very, very simple. It like rotates left and right, moves up and down. Very fun, very fun. Of course, the shine on this moves left and right. Yeah, happy, happy. I'm super proud of this model. I'm really, really proud of this model. Oh, the ear wiggles. Yeah, ear wiggle. Is thinking of adding your model's photo ID to the tag? No, I just left it how it was from the artist. And the artist just did this. Well, not just the artist. The designer also just had this like very simple ID tag. I think it'd be fun to have a real ID tag. I think it's not... Actually, it's not I think. I know it's not difficult. Just like replace this texture with something else. And this texture can become... a way more... realistic looking ID. Those thieves, yeah. Can models adjust cinema? Thank you. I'm glad you like it. There's a reason why it took me like a year to get this model to exist. Well, it took me half a year, but if we include all the time I spent with like Mimo 3 as well, it's been a really long time. 7 months or something? It's a lot. But the actual time I spent on this model alone is about 3 to 4 months. Yeah, that's the reason why rigging is expensive, and honestly, I wouldn't have access to like expensive riggers anyway. I feel like it's really hard to get into to get enough clout points to actually rig, or rather pay for expensive rigs, because expensive riggers are always booked. They're always fully booked, and you might have to wait an entire year to get to your queue because rigging really does take that long. So, I did it myself. And this is one of those things that I'm like maybe one day I could do this as a commission. Like, I would be able to get a decent amount of money for doing something like this, but it also takes up so much time, and I don't know if I have enough energy to do it for someone else. I'd come Mimo. Would you, Aika? What if it takes me like 2 years? You could, for sure. It's really good work. I definitely think I could. I know if I really want to, I could. It's just, I always have doubts about like, can I deliver this quality again? Like, this is only my 4th model. Can I make it like this again? That'd be difficult. That'd be really heckin' difficult, because every model is unique, and every model is its own challenge because of their clothing, the structure being different. Things have to be rigged differently depending on the model. They have a big build up, 1,000 models in between. Does calm mean commission? Yes, calm means commission. I want to show something else. Oh yeah! I can show you guys the texture atlas, which is an easier way to break down the layers because they're already broken down. I did the texture atlas manually for the head. Everything else is all automatic though. It takes ages to load because this model has so many textures, but... So you can see how all the hair pieces are separated. You can see this piece is like the shadow piece. The hair has the main part and the little strands that come off of it. And the red pieces are masks. So when, for instance, I want the blush to stay on the face, I have it never go outside of this red area. Or rather, never go into this red area. And that's how it stays on the face. You see, the eyes are cut up. There's tears. I never actually rigged those, but the tears exist. I have all the textures, the eyes. I have the textures to the mouth right here. I think this is a really good way to break down how the things are cut. The horns, you can see there's a texture, there's a fill, there's a line. There's a little hair that will cover the edge of the horn and will change shape as I turn, because otherwise the horns will always have the same base shape. The glasses, You can't even see this, okay? I bet you can't even see this. But the glasses also have a line, a fill, and a texture, and some reflections that will move through the glasses. These reflections rotate rather than just moving. And the rest are all the horn pieces, textures. I don't even know where to begin with that, but I think you guys understand. These will keep the textures inside of the correct shape, and this determines the outline of the shape. Ears, we've seen this already. This shiny piece also. Yeah, not too much. But we don't need to be worrying about things we already looked at, because there is still something you guys haven't seen. Not this one. Blue eyes. I have blue eyes toggle. Yeah, I haven't rigged this yet. This is still not rigged. But when it comes together, we're gonna have a whole blahage, a big shark. You see the entire hecking texture is dedicated to just blah. It's so massive. This thing's huge. Yep, and this are all the arm shapes. There will be a few more toggles that I need to do. For example, we have the pen toggle. This one needs to exist at some point, and before I start playing video games, I have a controller toggle. This controller I made myself, and I'm also very proud of the rendering, the Xbox symbol. This controller I put my heart and soul into as well. I'm really happy with it, and it looks good. They also did the hands for the controller. I redid some of the hands, not all of them, like the pen toggle is still the original art. The Absolute Cinema hands, I don't know if you can tell where the Absolute Cinema comes in with this, but yeah, with these two hands, we can get an Absolute Cinema pose. And you might already be able to tell. There might be an egg toggle. We'll get an egg toggle as well. We have an egg hug. Gosh, I wonder, did I make... I'm not sure if I can merge the ring layers correctly. Oh my god, I did make the ring shiny. I made the ring shiny. Why did I do that? Either way, in the future, I'm not sure when I get time, we're gonna have a controller toggle, pen toggle, hug blahage. I was gonna say shark and blahage at the same time. Hug blahage and hug egg. This is just some shadow overlays. One for clothing, one for skin. Its jacket, this is all automatically placed. Not too much to look at here. Have the outline. Have the fill. And this is the legs. I don't know why it's such a low resolution preview, but you guys get the idea either way. You can see how all the beads are separated. You can see the belt is separated. Yeah. Yes, this is the whole structure of the robot. Oh, and this. If I ever toggle the head, there's no real reason to toggle the head if I do. There's a little guy in there. There's a little guy. Fine. Okay. I think that covers all the important bits of the rigging on this model. Fine. I wanna do more. I'm looking back and thinking how much useful knowledge should you get out of this? Probably not a lot, but at the very least, that means that you guys can see a bunch of the features that you otherwise not see on the streams. Like the hand movements. Oh yeah, there was one pretty major thing. No, also, Red Kid Red, thank you. With the father, hope you enjoy your stay in super hell. I don't know why I just brain malfunction there. Yeah, I was gonna say, so for the jacket, you can see how the arms move a lot. They move a lot, they flail around, they like wiggle, they're very, very like jello-y, which is kind of fun. But when the jacket is on, now the arms have to be constrained inside the jacket. And I had to learn how to do fun-shaped weights to make sure that the arms never move nearly as much as long as the jacket toggle is active. So the arms will just stay inside the jacket. Alrighty. Okay. I think that let's leave that there and head back to the room. I think we just hang out. I didn't think you'd get all the art showcase done so quickly. Actually, I guess I can show you like the art commissions. And then maybe play video games, as this will be a really short stream if I end just after this. Okay, head back to the room. Okay, I was just closing that file to make sure everything is okay, everything is fine. What is this? Oh, right, the model's there. I was like, what is this box that's showing up on my screen? Jane kind of EP. Let's see, what commissions did you guys not see? Oh my god, wait, I forgot. I was gonna show you guys. I'm a little silly. I was like, I don't really have anything to show. Eh? I just looked at Twitch. Hello? Wait, what? Huh? Huh? When did it happen? What? When did it happen? She just said I have 2,000 followers. Wait, what do you mean 2,000 followers? Who? Where? Who did this? How? Who? What? A box is a box, Mimo. You might need it. Huh? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, yesterday we were at 1,400. What? I'm losing my mind. There's no way. What's happening? I'm getting rescued. I'm getting rescued. What the heck happened? What? How do I look at analytics for this? Congrats on 2K. I refuse to believe I accept 2K. Like, I just checked. I just checked yesterday. We were at 1.4. We were at 1.4. What? I'm so confused. I'm happy, but I'm also confused. Is it real? Have we actually hit 2K? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It was on 1.4 for me too, and then it's 2K? Cannot be real. I'm so confused. I can't. That cannot be right. But either the 1.4 was broken or the 2K is broken. One or the other things. Because we were very much on 1.4K and then suddenly 2K. It's 2K now. Thank you. I'm so confused. I think I'm just more confused than anything. It feels like it's a miscount of some kind. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping about this and get back to what I was forgetting about, because I was supposed to show you guys. I was supposed to show you guys the starting screen. That was the one last thing, and the one last thing that I did with rigging, right up to the wire, right up to the last moment. So let's open my 2D backup and get this going. Okay, sorry, it's taking a little bit to load the live 2D stuff. And back to the game scene. Oh, right. Display capture is off. Let me turn it back on in just a moment. No, the room music went back off again. I need to turn it back on. Okay, so this scene is significantly simpler than the model. There's not too much going on. There's not too much crazy stuff to see in the model section. But if we load up the animation file, then we get the cool stuff. But for now, let's have a look at the rigging I did for this model. So the first step when you rig something is meshing. So when you get a file in like this, you need to start meshing stuff. You have the texture and then you have to mesh it. So what I did for this model here, I also meshed everything because there's a way to do it automatically. And you usually don't want to do that for VTuber models, at least for detailed parts like hair and eyes and mouth. But you can use it for less detailed parts like the sleeves or clothing, stuff like that. But because this is going to be so much less detailed than a VTuber model, you can just automatically mesh everything, and it's not particularly difficult to do. It's quite nice. Yeah, everything is just auto mesh, and it's a really quite nice workflow. If I were to ever do a light to decommission, I would probably be doing something like this. It's a lot easier and a lot quicker and can be done in like 2 to 3 days rather than multiple months, you know? Mimo with the 2K, she's gonna forget us tomorrow. Guys, I don't think I'm gonna dox anything if I show you my Twitch page, but look at this. 7 minutes ago, I'm 75% of the way to completing your goal. And 5 minutes ago, I hit 2,000. I just refuse to believe that's accurate. It's not accurate at all. There's no way. Not a single chance that's accurate. It shows 2K on my end. Because from the point where Praise Land followed to follower go hit when nobody followed, then Red followed, and 2,000. That is not how numbers work. There's something broken going on. They use all my alt accounts to get you to 2K, but they don't show. There's something weird that's happening. I'm not sure. Mimo got 2K, became humble. I simply don't believe that I actually hit 2K. This doesn't seem right. Either way, I'm sure it will settle at some point, right? Either it's true and we've been miscounted, but like for the 1.4K, or the 2K is a miscount. One or the other, right? Okay, anyway, back to this. So, when I started, I worked on the background. I got the leaves to move. We just have a left and right sway. The only motion that's happening in the scene, unlike a VTuber model where you have to contend with, okay, we're turning, we're going up and down, we're doing all the crazy movement stuff. On the scene, there's only wind. The only thing we're concerned with is wind. So we have sway left and right, we have grass and flowers swaying left and right. And the water. So the thing with the water is, how do you make a water animation? What I did was have these tiny little reflection textures that you can see here. Have these move up and down, and the second parameter will determine if it's visible. So right now it's not visible, now it is. It's very subtle. Essentially it will go become visible, go down, become invisible, reset, become visible again, go down. And now you have a repeating loop of water motion. That took me ages. That took me so hecking long. Shannon, thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoy staying super hell. Where we're talking about technical live 2D stuff, I guess. Okay. Anyway, the egg. The egg I think would be explained better in the animation scene, but I have some movements for him to be in the intro position where it's hiding, and then it will peek up into the shot, and passively it will rotate and bob up and down. So if we go to this scene, this is the intro. All I'll be seeing here is, so we have the water flowing, and all just repeats. Everything repeats when it comes to the leaves and the water. The key things are the camera movement. So I have the camera parameter, and what that does is it pans the scene around. And it does it in a really weird way because there's a way to move the entire thing in Live 2D. But instead of doing that, you can have camera parameter and it moves things from the canvas. Okay, question, why is this not moving with the canvas? That's not supposed to do that. Oh, it's not in the camera move. Okay, well now you are in the camera move. So this is how we move the camera. It's kind of weird, but yeah, we do this. I knew all this take time, but holy moly, it didn't figure to be that much. I mean, it's something you don't really think about too much, but Live TD is like its own discipline in a way. Like, it's not that prevalent in more Western stuff, but I mean, a ton of gacha games to this day still use this exact software, still use Live 2D to animate their character models, their splash art, their promotional materials, a bunch of stuff. One thing like went viral very recently, I think it's like today, Nikkei released a Live 2D for one of their characters where it's a character with gigantic booba, gigantic honkers, skydiving. And it looks crazy, you can do so much stuff. So essentially all these dots you can see are keyframes. So when you're in this modeling mode, you're doing like, okay, so how far do I want things to move? So for instance, I want this hair to sway that much. And I want it to sway this much the other way, okay? And now, when you go into the animation mode, you can go to the hair, you can see it's on these rows right here, and be like, okay, I want the hair to sway in one direction, then the other, and you combine all of these motions together to create one thing. You can also enable the visibility of certain parts. When I start the scene, the character isn't visible, so this entire thing is based off of Blue Archive Memorial Lobbies. If you play Blue Archive, you probably know about like this, what do you call it? This set of shots. So the first shot is a background shot. I added the egg thing here just for a little bit more interest. That's not really a thing that happens in the game. Then we have a close-up of the character, but not their face. Then we have a close-up of the face, and then we have a zoom out to the full scene. All this is controlled by the camera, and usually, when you're keyframing stuff, right, they transition smoothly between one thing and another. Usually it's a sine wave you can select if you want it to be linear or sine, but when you're doing camera cuts, you have to zoom in really far. And then on one frame, you have the camera be in one position, and the next frame, the camera will have to move to the next position, so there is no movement at all. It's a bit finicky to do, honestly, to do these like one frame cuts. It might be easier to do it like post-production, to do it in DaVinci or something like that, but I did it in Live 2D itself. And you can do camera cuts like this. Now, that wasn't too difficult. All this, not too difficult. The most difficult part of this entire thing was to get this to somehow loop. Because this will just end at like 30 seconds. How do I make this loop? I mean, every parameter has its own looping sequence, right? For instance, all the leaves swaying will loop every 2 seconds. The water will loop every like 1 second. everything is like on its own separate timer. The head nodding happens every 7 seconds. It's all a mess. How do you get this loop? So at 19 seconds, you can see a bunch of keyframes here. And I copied and pasted all these keys directly to this other file, this idle file. And because all the keys are exactly the same, when you open this file, it'll be in the exact state that things were at 19 seconds. And now we can build a new loop from that. So this is a 20-second loop that just has everything swaying and the head bobbing, tail moving, blinking, all the usual stuff. Figuring out the blinking was actually kind of difficult too, because the blink, I have the left and right, they're the same. But you essentially have to have the eyes fully open, the next keyframe fully closed, hold the closed position, then open, then hold the open position. Blinking is surprisingly difficult to time. I looked up okay, how long does a human blink take in reality? And it turns out, if you do realistic blink timings, it's over so fast. So we actually have way slower blinks than would be realistic. But I think it looks nicer this way. Yeah, and after putting these two together in DaVinci Resolve and putting a bit of text on the top of it, we have the starting soon screen. Yay! MIMOFOX, creature not human. Yeah, that doesn't mean I can't have human blinks, gosh. I'll send you guys back to the starting soon real quick just to appreciate the result maybe. The thing you need is to Google it and not just, I don't know, blink. Luca, can you tell me how many frames your blinks are? Give me a time in frames. 60 FPS. I don't think you can just give me a time in frames. Nobody can do that. You don't have that in your mind. That's crazy. Even if you were to just blink, how long do you think that is? You can count seconds pretty easily, but can you count how many milliseconds is a blink? 7 frames? How many frames did I do my blink? Hold on, let me check. Is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's a lot. It's a lot of frames. If Lucas got a 7 frame blink, the eye would be already open by the time I got to the fully closed position. My blinks are exactly 420 frames at 69 FPS. That's a really slow blink. Okay, anyway. Let me send you to the starting soon screen. I know, I had to send you to the room first. Oh, thought the room BGM did actually close. Yeah, we add music to it, and we add the loading thing, and yeah, we got this. Is that cool? Saying this come to reality is such a satisfying feeling. Rigging is such a satisfying feeling. They have something, you're making something move. You're giving life to something without life, and it is so cool. Yeah. This makes me happy. Yay! I think that's gonna be it for the live 2D showcase and all the artwork showcase. Should we play a video game? I think we should play a video game. I didn't make a thumbnail video game though. Aw, that's kinda rough. Show us Cat 2. Okay, look at Cat 2. Go ahead, night scene. Look at Cat 2 standing up. Isn't she cute? She's so cute. Amazing. Okay. Gosh, what a weird stream that was. I don't know. I am really happy you guys appreciate it, but as usual, I'm afraid of Wait, who exactly does this appeal to? Who just watches people looking live 2D stuff? I hope you like it. I really appreciate this whole stream, getting to see behind the scenes of how VTuber models work is super interesting. Aww. You know what? I am changing my tone immediately. I'm glad I get to show you guys this stuff. Because I feel like most of the time, the VTuber and the person who made the model are not the same person. So you don't get this kind of technical knowledge. You don't get to see the file itself because they don't really have the file. So yeah, I can explain to you guys how some of the tricks are done, how you can I don't know, I just want you to be able to appreciate it as much as I do because I spent so much taking time on the horns. I need to have a toggle to add or remove the items. I'm gonna make an item scene. How do I make an item scene? Create new item scene. Select. Item scene name. Sticky notes. Save. Okay, you can now set a hotkey to load and unload this scene. That's lovely. Do I have to do a hotkey? Why can I not just do this manually? That's so annoying. Fine, I'll do a hotkey action. What is it? Toggle item scene. There we go. Item scene. Sticky notes. And now I have to go into hacking Stream Deck to make this work. Because otherwise it's gonna be a regular key and we don't like that. The hotkey. Here we go. Now I should be able to just toggle this. Ta-da! Okay. Anyway, yeah. There's so much stuff that goes into a VTuber model and I'm just really happy I can show you guys this stuff because I'm quite proud of it and I guess it's just kind of unusual for the viewers to see. Usually you either have tutorials and things like that for people who are into making VTuber models and looking to learn, or you just have the presentation side of things. For instance, my debut yesterday didn't really cover this in-depth stuff. Yeah. I say we play Helldivers for the next 140 hours. Animation's hard, but so worth it if you know what you're doing. Yeah, animation is really fun, and live 2D animation feels like animation with a shortcut. You're not doing it by hand, you're not doing it frame by frame. It's a lot faster, but it's got its own challenges and its own difficulty, and I like it, it's cool. You're making sure if we had questions during this, you answered them as best you could. It's like seeing a movie being made, being to see all the progress, little tracks is so cool. Yeah! Live 2D is really cool. How many of you guys have even seen the live 2D programs? I don't know. There's always two sides of VTubing. You have the looking from the outside, just kind of seeing the surface level, or would you know how the model was made? Oh my gosh. Then you get yeah, there's a reason why these things cost thousands of dollars because there's just an absolute ton of manual work that goes into this. Yeah. I think the only time I saw a program was when IK was showing rigging stuff. Yeah, IK does rigging stuff too, and it's really nice. Rigging is really fun. And I do encourage you guys, if you're at all interested in live 2D, to give it a go. You get a 40-day trial. The 40-day trial lets you make whatever you want. You can make a whole model in that time if you have the motivation to do so. It's really fun. Making your own model is really satisfying. It's cool. It can also be very tedious, very grueling, very tiring. But it's fun, just like anything that's worth doing, I guess. Yeah. You too could have a stream and get mad at everything. Yeah. Live 2D involves a lot of problem solving. I feel when it comes to drawing, it's a lot of creative work and getting like creative expression out there, but live 2D is very much you're fixing things. You're figuring out how to make this work. Yes. Hello, ogre shark. Why? Okay, I was waiting for the TTS to happen. The TTS didn't play. What? Why did it do twice? Why did it do twice? Oh my gosh, why are my overlays this broken? What the heck? It didn't work yesterday. Oh, come on, guys. What the heck? Why is it broken? Maybe moving to mix it up was not a good idea after all, because for some reason, every time anything happens, it's got like a 50% chance to just not do it. Have some magic? Okay, I'm going to send a test message and see what happens, okay? Event, Twitch bits shared, bits amount 100, test message.
Test message.
It works. Wait, what's the difference? What? What? I'm confused. Why does the test message work? I mean, I'll take it. Fine, I'll just read it manually. Oh snap, all the cool kids are here. Thank you for the 100 bits. Gosh, guys, I get so hecking carried away with things not working right. So weird. Okay, surely it works this time. Work.
Aika is the one true goddess. Mimory is her prophet.
There, that one works. Yeah. Why is the first one not work? What the heck? Oh my gosh. That was just toxic. I think it's just being toxic. Have Aika be a new TTS voice? I think that'd be great. I feel like we need to text Aika. We need to text Aika forever. I can just like send VC with her and she can just reach out. She tried to get me to voice her alerts. Yes! I would love to have Aika alerts. I think it'd be really fun. Aika for BA, yeah! Also, I'm the prophet? What's that mean? I don't know what that means, but thank you for the 100 bits anyway. Appreciate it. I don't know, Aika. I think you have a great voice and I think you did great. Can we just stall and yap, or should we like actually play video game? I'm not sure. Was definitely yapping more about live TD stuff. In conclusion, live TD is cool, and I'm really happy if you guys get to appreciate live TD as much as I do. Yeah, let's leave it like that. I love that recently chat has heard my reading voice and now this. Yeah, we need more Aika to speech. Text Aika. Text Aika, that's the one, yeah. I feel like my vibing powers has increased even more for Mimo too. Guys, I'm genuinely quite torn. On one hand, I want to play Mouse PI for Hire, right? I've been like waiting to play that game for ages so I can play it on stream because it's a boomer shooter and I'm kind of a boomer shooter fan. But I have to make a thumbnail. I have to get the category set up. I have to get the tag set up. I have to like... There's so much. Every time you want to change the stream topic on YouTube, it's so annoying. Guys, now that I know that one of the mouse keyforms is broken, I'm like trying to look really close. Like if I do this mouth, does it break? How did I even get it to break? Does that keyform even happen? Yeah, I know it's broken now and I hate it. Oh man. It's fine, I guess. It's broken in a way they physically cannot get it to break. So maybe there's a good kind of broken. It's not actually real. I don't see the breaking like on live TD. Yeah, the thing with the final mouth is that it's got VBurger, and VBurger has a bunch of blend shapes that affect the mouth and not just those keyforms. So you have the base keyforms, and then VBurger will add things like a pucker, like a funnel shape, like a mouth shrug is what it's called. A bunch of stuff that can make the mouth do things like it's kind of hard to really explain what shapes it actually gives you, but essentially, instead of just being fixed shapes, the mouth can deform according to like the lip movements. So yeah. Okay, voice only audiobooks for me. Yeah. Here we get more Aika voice. I always need more Aika voice. I think that'd be lovely. Maybe I'll just leave this as like a short stream today and get that commission working, and maybe I can even get like some of the toggles working, and tomorrow we can have like the absolute cinema toggle because I am in desperate need of the absolute cinema toggle. It's my absolute favorite thing. I want to do more. This model is still not done. I still need to do that tail, you know guys. I still need the tail. And I'm honestly very tempted to be ambitious with the tail because the tail can also like turn and really advanced tail movements exist, but with the knowledge that the tail will not be seen 99% of the time, it's hard to justify like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this advanced tail. It's just like how some people have like a walk cycle they can do. When are you gonna use the walk cycle? That's not a thing. Like, you can have it, but it's not really a thing that happens, you know? Okay. I think I've decided. I'm just gonna leave this as a short art appreciation stream. I'll get some stuff ready for tomorrow, try to not be late, and we can get back to video game. We can get back to gaming and have a different vibe. Have a more regular vibe, let's put it that way, because it's kind of been a while since I've just been playing a game and modding. I don't know if I'm gonna be modding in Mouse PI for Hire, but I kind of miss just playing a video game solo on stream because the past like 4 weeks or more, the only times I've been on stream are for collabs because I just spent the rest of the time reading instead. So yeah, we're gonna cut it short for today. It's like my shortest stream in many months. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here anyway. And I hope you enjoyed the artwork stuff. And yeah, I feel kind of guilty for ending stream early, but the sticky notes? Yeah, what about the sticky notes? I can turn them off and on. We'll keep it on, they'll keep it on for the end, it's okay. What Chaos see the placement I picked? Oh yeah, true, Chaos is here now. Did you see this earlier? Yeah, you're the eye patch. Definitely have a new appreciation for making and breaking a VTuber models after this stream. Aw, yay! That makes me really happy. But yeah, okay, it was fun on the raid and stalled out for a little bit. Congrats on amazing debut, thank you so much. I still really appreciate it so much. like how much support you guys gave during the debut. It was just a really nice time. I was so underprepared and so nervous and so stressed, and it went so amazingly well. So I guess I'll go for a little bit of a vlog at the end. Don't forget, if you are interested in the Me Mouse head or the egg plushie, check it out on Ika's store at binksy.co/abyss. They're really cute, they're really soft, they're really nice. And what else? Coming out this week. I have posted my schedule on the Discord, but I'll just read it out real quick. Tomorrow, we're gonna have some regular old gaming. There's really nothing too special about tomorrow's stream. I want to just kind of like get back into the swing of things and play some video games again. So we have Mouse PI for Hire. But then, on Wednesday, we're gonna have that long-awaited room review. So, if you guys wanna submit your room in for the tier list and the room review. Actually, it's a room review and not a setup review. You don't really need to show like the rest of your room if you want to show your gaming setup or whatever. So yeah, if you want to submit that, feel free to comment in Discord, post in the channel, and we can have a look. Yeah, that's gonna be the next 2 days. So please look forward to it. I'm gonna raid back at Sony since she raided me yesterday. So okay, that's gonna be our Twitch raid. Oh gosh, I forgot to say YouTube raid, and Twitch raid has a timer. I need to do it quick. Who do we raid? Odo Mommy on YouTube. Yes, please. There we go. Both raids are now decided. So this setup photos already in the channel count for tier list. Yes, they're automatically in the tier list unless you opt out. I'm like an AI company. Yeah, you're consenting unless you opt out. Okay, thank you guys for coming along. Sorry for this short stream, but I'm kind of just lazy. Like, I'll be honest, I'm kind of lazy to make a thumbnail and to switch the thumbnail for like 2 more hours of stream. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye everyone.